Hey guys, Lego Weekend back with another video here, and this one we do have the Mythic Legions Vampire Phalanx? I don't know how to pronounce the last part, but pretty much just a vampire knight. Just came out in the reinforcements wave that you had to get through the all-in right now until Legion's gone, and then eventually online again, I think next year. But I've been playing with him a little bit. He came in a couple days ago, but I'm going to take everything off of him for all these weapons and accessories, and we're going to get to the articulation on him. Okay, got him everything taken off besides the belts. I will say I am like 99% sure that these belts are a new shade of brown compared to the prior brown, which I will see if I have. Yeah, so the basic brown typically looks kind of like this shade, and as you can see side by side, it's a pretty big difference. I do like this. I think it's a little bit more reddish. It does look pretty good. And obviously, you looking at him, he's 99% black besides literally that face sculpt on there. These are the army builders, so they don't really come too much painted. So you can come in and add what you want. But I really do like this just solid black look. But in the articulation, I will say right here in the head, these do come off. They do move. This one is a little bit loose compared to the other one, but start up, down, works pretty well. In the front, you can literally get, and these do hit the shoulder pauldrons a little bit when you have the pauldrons on, so you gotta be a little bit cautious of that. But you know, you get your basic head rotation. You do get your solid T-pose here with the shoulder pauldrons on also. If you have a Mythic Legion, this is nothing new on this guy, like, at all, I don't think. I think maybe one of the head sculpts is new. But for articulation, it will be exactly the same. Everything single jointed. You get about 90 degrees on about everything, and everything twists and can be popped, switched. You do get a little rotate here, bend forward, bend not really too much back. Leg lifts, about a 90 on a single, rotate, rotate. Mine's a little bit stiff, but it does. Yeah, you can see it rotating there. But, if you do have a Mythic, you are used to this. If you don't have a Mythic, that's why I like to show it, just in case. That you do realize that you're not really getting any of that, like, import level posing, I guess. One of the bigger appeals is just that pop and swap ability. But I do think that you can still get some really nice poses with them due to the fact that everything does swivel. You don't have pins, so they stand pretty good. But you don't get really double joints. And I will also say, if you've seen the Red Death, or Red Mask of Death, whatever, you'll know that, like, they're making some big changes that do get you over that 90, even though it's still single jointed. But that's about it for articulation. I'm going to jump into accessories now. Okay, so starting off, we have another helmet here. Try to get it focused. And it has these plugs for the ears that you can put what he has on, or you have a bunch of choices if you have other Mythic Legions. Even if you get some from here, you can put horns or anything else. You have your vampire brood right here, purple. Looks very nice. And like I said, there's no really paint details on this set because it is more of an army builder, so these are cheaper than your regular Mythic Legions. But you know, that cheaper price comes in on less paint. So you can buy 10 of these and, you know, get it cheaper and it will still work. And you can come through. It's really paint friendly. All you gotta do is literally throw some paint on here and then some sealer and it will be good. And that's about all that he comes with, though, because he is just an army builder. You don't get a lot. But now, I think I'm going to grab a few figures and get these size comparisons. Okay, so I will show him first next to one of the only other figures that I do have reviewed so far in this wave, which is our ogre, who trying to back it up a little bit so we can try to show off that appropriate height difference, and I will put his head probably straight down, so it's at its pointiest on the top. And I can try to get that going. And he's leaning for some reason. And as you see, pretty big height difference. And so the brood, the vampires, they do have a good amount of beef, you could say, with the elves and pretty much everybody. But so when you think, and I think elves and these vampires run through the woods, I really like to put them with, you know, elves and the foresty type people. So I do have a few of these memory toys bears. I have the black bear out right now. So I do like how it looks having vampires going against these bears and killing them also. Just because, to me, that's what I think looks cool. And, yeah, I mean, this bear does tower as it should. I mean, it is a bear. Let me see who else I have out here. If you want to go to some cool guys that are in all black, you have Venom, who's just a little bit taller, not by much. And then we have a Marvel Legends Spider-Man right here. And he's not wanting to cooperate. There we go. And he's a little bit shorter, but not by too much. Move those out. I have a Mayfex Man of Steel. Not Man of Steel, what am I saying? I'm thinking of a Mezco that I'm going to pull out. Cyborg Superman here. Hopefully I can get him to agree with me to stand. And I will pull out a Mezco. But you see that Mayfex? It's a little bit smaller. Not by too much, but a little bit smaller. And then I'll pull out my Man of Steel Superman, who Mezco should be having Morbius released very, very soon. Based off what I was seeing, and The Amazing has a video out on it already. So that Morbius should be releasing soon, and I mean, he is a vampire. He'd look probably pretty decent, as you can tell by the height. I'm going to knock these two out of the way. Let me see what else I do have. I have another Mythic Legions, an elf, which is specifically what I'm saying that I like together. Looks like the vampire is just a little bit bigger, just off that helmet alone. They scale great together. Then I'm going to have a hard time getting him. Nope. Don't think he's really that straight up. He is a weird looking guy, if I'm being honest. But, fig arts, don't know who you're going to put together with that. But it's nice to see, in my opinion. And I got Miles, who's not wanting to cooperate and stand in. I'll just put him in front. And they're much tinier, and then I'll put Anya here, who's even smaller. But that's pretty much every other toy company that I have that could maybe scale with this. Showed off various different heights. So I think it scales pretty well. It will look really good with your Mythics. And I don't know what else you're going to mix him with. I don't have a Conan who would look pretty cool probably. But overall I think it scales really great. So we're going to get to my final thoughts now. Okay, so I did put that secondary helmet on, and I threw some horns from, I think, the Cavern Dwarf that's also in this wave on there. Just to show off a little bit of variety that you could do with him, which is really cool. So, you know, you buy this all in. If you somehow can get 2 of each, there's a lot of options you can do. But overall, I think this is a super nice figure. I really love how that black looks. I know I have the option to paint it up, but honestly, I really like how the solid black looks. I don't think I'll be picking up a lot of these. I don't do as many customs per se as a lot of other people. I know they're going to get a lot of these for Kit Bash and customs. But I think this is really nice, and if, especially if someone's sneaky, you know what I mean? You can make a very nice assassin out of this. But overall, I really love how this figure looks. It's everything I expected and wanted. So I'm pretty happy with this. And yeah, it's good entry point, pretty cheap, it looks great. Paint is pretty good, even though it's not like any details at all, just that black looks really, really nice. And so I think that should be it though. So if you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe, comment, do all that, and I'll see you guys next time.